Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started.
I don't think I've seen a player as complete as the Czech cannon.
Barella! Oh, it's a vicious effort. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti. And it's Zanetti. And Edmilson. Nesta. Here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Nedved. And Edmilson. Now it's Pelé. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, now he can run away with it. And the finish! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So, a breakthrough already. Cucurella has the space to scheme, and he's taking no chances there. Best. Looking to play him in. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Barella! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barella powering forward here. Cucurella. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Barella. This looks promising. And here's Thuram. Back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Thuram. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Thuram. Barella. Brilliantly cut out.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, that's fabulous. It is a corner.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Bellingham. And here's the chance to counter. Can he get it through? Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. That's very neat. And it's Barella. And here's Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcelona are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Played out towards the right wing.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And it's been played through. He's in one-on-one. And that was very necessary. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, this is intriguing.
And he's well positioned here. Goes for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Konate. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Mohamed Salah. Towering header! And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Barella wins the duel this time.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bellingham. Lovely feet. Now it's Pelé. Nicely spread. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Passing is crisp and sharp. He is just caressing the ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Nedved. Oh, this is a terrific run. Chouameni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Pelé. And it's pulled back. Chouameni. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! No way through, so back it comes. That has been slung wide. Barella really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
He has found the way through. And this is Xavi. And this is Nedved. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Bellingham. Forced to go back. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Barella. Bellingham. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Zanetti. Searching pass he's played there. No, that's been intercepted. That's a good ball out wide. Zanetti. Mohamed Salah is in a really good position out wide. Showing good feet. And it's Nedved. And this is Pelé. Opts to play it back. Has to go back here. Tries one from range. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Turn. Number 9, Mbappe. Number 7, Bellingham. Number 24,
Oh, that's neat.
Barella.
Neymar stood his
Number
ground
8,
strongly.
Kukurea. Coming on the field.
And
Number
Dijk
5,
tries to clear.
Erling Haaland. Number 18,
Dika.
Kvaratskhelia. Number 42,
Bruno Fernandes.
Musiala.
Closing
Number
in on the last
22,
quarter of an hour.
Bruno Fernandes.
That is ended up in
Number
no man's
13,
land.
Lookman. Substitution.
Thiago. Busquets. There could be trouble here. Takes a shot! And that's a good finish. Back to within one. Interesting. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Spread out to the left. It's a promising position. Chance!
Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Nicely shaped ball. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Soboslai. And this is Thiago. Tries to cross. Oh, what a decent chance! Musiala.
Barcelona really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Alexander-Arnold got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He is
There will be
through
1
here.
minute added time.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Musiala. Some good work on the right flank here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And there goes the final whistle. Vietnam perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Vietnam
Just a quick
never
announcement.
really got
We'd
into
like
this
to
game.
inform
I
you
think
that
conceding
CCTV
early as they...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The
and
fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all
today's
the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too. Hazard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Hazard. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Bellingham. And this is Messi. That's a nicely weighted, bullish header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hazard. He's found a way through. And here's Hullet. No, that's been intercepted. Mignon gets it clear. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's a good ball. Cucurella. Vietnam still without a single shot on target. Ferdinand running with the ball. This looks promising. He is through here, showing good feet. Cucurella. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe. Hullet.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly. And it's Vieira. Shanghai Port are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. And he's hit it long. Hullet going after that. And back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Hullet. Bellingham, he's found a way through. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Little pass back, and here's Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Knocks it into space. Cucurella. Half an hour played now. Can he get on the end of it? Shapes to shoot! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender.
There's the shot! And there's a goal! They are purring, truly purring! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Vietnam are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Mbappe, tries to play it, chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he passes it long. Bellingham, oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. Pullet receives it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has not gone well. Deftly away. And it's Vieira. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now it's Mbappe. Cucurella. Nice touch.
Added time.
Scott. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That's the end of the first 45. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Vietnam firmly in control at the break, 2-0 the scoreline. The second half is up and running. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Messi. Looking for the run. Oh, delightful ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Mbappe, Messi, and this is Messi. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Clipped into space, not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Vietnam are 2 up early in the second half. Now it's Mbappe. That is good strength. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Vietnam are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Can he get it through? Caught offside that time.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 9, Mbappe. Number
No,
7,
again there's no way
Bellingham.
through.
Coming on the field, Number 5.
Alexander-Arnold.
Release
He's
the
shifting
point.
through the gears here.
Number 18.
Looking for a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out
Substitution in
from
progress.
this corner.
Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. Varane wins the duel this time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Scott. Tries to pass it through. And that is expertly dealt with. Nedved.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now, can they get him away? And he is dashing away. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Great chance here from position A1. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit.
Substitution on the field. Number 10. Coming on the field is number 24.
Nedved!
Substitution.
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Vietnam have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Messi. Seedorf. And it's Seedorf. Thinks one through. Corner given. Oh, good climb! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Cucurella. He's had it taken off him. It's a promising position. He's in a great position here. Good ball, good take. Quality ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Musiala! Kvaratskhelia! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Kvaratskhelia is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Corner number 2 then. Shanghai Port are looking to go forward now. Now it's Nedved. Delivered low. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Kvaratskhelia unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Hoisted upfield by the keeper, and he's intervened well there. Distributed tidily. Musiala. Rummenigge. And it's Nedved. Well, this is surely their last chance. Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That is ended up in no man's land. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ah, that's a fine interception. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. He's picked his way through. Barella, real chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Barella certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And that'll be the end of that. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
And
Well,
a
the
quick
look on the
reminder
manager's
today to
face
please
says
take
it all.
the
He knows
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
The Netherlands promoted the philosophy of total football, and Clarence Seedorf is one of its finest exponents.
Yeah, pretty hard to find a weakness, isn't it?
Yeah, and for all his strengths, Peter, I think it's his passing that stands out mostly for me. He supports all of that with real determined movement, whether he plays as a 10 or deeper.
Scott! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
He's had it nicked away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe is onto this. Oh, shooting chance! Lam could move up a gear here. Scott. And Ndika. Kukurea. This is a promising build-up. Lam.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Figo. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Kukurea. Seedorf. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Figo in acres of space out wide. He leaps for it! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
After 19 minutes is number 21, Jan Potw.
Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bruno Fernandes. Bullet never out of the action for very long. Tries to pass it through. They get a throw in. There's the delivery. And that has been cleared. In again. That's really well cleared. Oh, he's burst through.
Oh, great feat, that.
Mbappe! In he goes again! And that's a tidy finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, important interception. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Now it's Figo. Nice control. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Delivers the ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Potw is eyeing up his options in the middle. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Figo gets into a good position. That's going wide left. Konate. Scott.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
2 added minutes.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been cut out, well played. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Figo. Turan. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's 1 each. Back on the way then.
Vietnam have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now he's off and running. Bruno Fernandes. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Borussia Dortmund definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up. Got Scott, he's through, and a chance! It's loose, in he goes again! It's in! And the comeback is complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Ah, he's given it away. Potw. Potw plays it in. And he's there to clear it. Kukurea.
Vietnam are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Tries to dink it through. Deliver. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number
So
23.
the manager can make a change
Seedorf.
for the first time in the game here.
Number 20.
Vietnam
Figo.
now in a position
Number
far
21.
more desirable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Coming on the field, number 19.
Okay.
Neymar.
And it's
Number 8,
Gattuso.
Bale.
That's Touré.
Number 30. Number 9. Mackay.
Vieira
Number
kept aware,
22,
and it is
Zanetti.
reclaimed easily. Mbappe currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Konate trying to keep this in. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. That's going across goal. Ndika gets it away. Towering header! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Alexander-Arnold can come on now. All the formalities have been completed.
Well, he looks like he has that extra spring in his step already, just raring to go.
Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game. And here's Mackay. Zanetti crosses. Defending of the desperate variety.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
There's the header! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Substitutions taking place.
Knocks it into space. It's going to be another throw. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Vietnam are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Could be danger here. Gattuso gives no quarter whatsoever. Up towards the front line. He won't be happy with that one. Tries to play it through. Now it's Bale. He has found the way through. He's had a shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
It's a throw-in. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. That is good progress on the left. Barella. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Looking to play him in. And it's Neymar. And that has sent him sprawling. So their fourth corner of the game. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk. Chouameni.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Neymar running with the ball, and he's got the beating of his man.
That's going in strongly.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Chouameni has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, he's been caught, and that's shot a goal! And a neat finish! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't...
And that will be it. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but...